This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
So I found a news article that when I found it, I did not read the article, nor will I. Mm-hmm. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So NASA hires a man to sniff everything that they send to space. If he doesn't like the smell, it doesn't go to space.
What? How can you have one man that's the point man for space?
Yeah, like aren't
And that's based on smells.
Okay, hold on. All right,
I don't know.
Just everything that goes to space, like satellite parts, or like are we
Anything that goes
sending?
to space, he's got to smell it.
What could
That's
possibly?
insane.
What could possibly be the benefit of that?
But what's great is they trust him.
He's somebody's kid. That's the only explanation.
What a man!
I'm gonna start putting that on my resume.
Somebody's
I
kid.
smell things before they
Oh.
enter orbit.
Oh, see, yeah.
I'm someone's kid. No,
Somebody's kid.
I mean that's a lot of responsibility that guy has.
Please hire me.
I just wonder what he did to gain like their trust for that. Because like you can't just show up and be like,
Yeah.
listen, like we've got, I want people like, yeah, they just like NASA just puts out like an ad in the newspaper and they're like, hey, we need people who are good at smelling things. And then they had like an audition or something. Like how?
Ever dream of being a smellonaut?
I like to imagine. I think it would be an
olfactory agents.
Yeah, I think
I work at the oil factory.
I like to imagine the idea is that he emailed them like, listen, I don't want to tell you your business, but you guys have been smelling everything you send to space, right? You know, like you guys took that into account, right? And they're like, no, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I got to come down there and help you guys.
Yeah, it was like a Craigslist ad where a guy was like, has some sort of theory that like aliens are only not making contact with us. They think all of our technology smells terrible.
We're too small.
So he decided he was gonna lend ours to NASA.
Even smell in space?
No, there's no air. Who cares what the hell it smells like?
Yeah.
It's being
They're
blasted.
afraid it's going to smell so bad that it's going to get to some distant world land, and they're like, "Whoa, where'd this come from?"
This species is not worth it.
That's how we should like prevent alien
shit.
warfare. Like just fucking launch cans of Axe into the atmosphere.
Nothing would want to fuck
They'd be
with
like,
us.
oh God, no. Oh, it smells like regret and sweat. Jesus.
Imagine though he has like a special smell that he's like, and he's like, there you go, better. I'm like that was $1 million worth of equipment. You just sprayed Axe on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how did this guy get this job? You know what I mean?
I really want to know.
That sounds like so much bullshit.
I just want to know what could possibly like. Okay, so also it's a person. Like it'd be one thing. I feel like if it was like a dog or something that had like really intense, so to make sure there was nothing that shouldn't be like a chemical residue. You know what I mean? But a man does not have the nose of a dog.
Yeah, they can do it better.
But maybe what it is like if you put it so there's people who live in the space station, right?
Yeah,
maybe that's what it's about.
You never bought
It's gotta be
something. Yeah, maybe you ever bought something and it has kind of a weird like you buy like someone buys a new purse or something and after a while you like really smell the leather or the plastic. Every now you're like, oh fuck. And you don't.
Yeah, if you're trapped in if you're trapped in a can in space, that might drive you bonkers.
Yeah, if you're in space and your astronaut buddy buys a new purse.
Yeah.
Do they have purses in space? You think?
No, how they get purses up there?
What do you have to carry around?
The Amazon
it's not already
drones.
there.
Gonna load up so I can float my ass to the other side of the station.
I wish I had a purse. Honestly,
I need my chapstick.
I'm sure. Yeah, no,
They're
probably
very
use
useful.
fanny packs up there because they're not there to impress anyone.
You know what you do in space? You fucking hit it into the air and then you just push it in the direction that you're going.
I think you're making a good point, Taylor. I think what you're saying is space is everyone's purse.
Yes, absolutely.
Anti-gravity.
The royal we.
Humans, space is.
Oh my god.
No, not humans. Wait, what?
That just seems like a very human thing to say.
Space is everyone's purse.
So what if it's like if you're up in space and you like get sweaty and stinky and you're trapped in a room with like Ivan?
Like you depressure
Yeah,
and take a shower.
I'm sure
How
they
do you
smell
take a
bad.
shower in space?
I think they have like wipes, like
Yeah,
baby, like
yeah.
some kind of wipes. everything seems like an ordeal in space. Like I've watched like stuff on it, and it just seems like, oh my god, everything's so drawn out. I mean,
What a hassle.
I think what you saw was 2001: A Space Odyssey.
yeah.
Well, it was.
And every time it's music.
Napping the whole time. That's the job I'd want there. If I had to go to space, I'd want to be asleep the whole time.
Yeah, until you
The whole time you're in space. You ever been to space? Yeah, actually, but I was asleep the whole time. It's like driving through Kansas.
You know what? It just seemed like too much work. They told me I was gonna have to shower with a baby wipe, and I was like, nah, I'll just catch up my sleep.
Yeah, and it was great at the end when the robot controlling everything didn't murder me.
They wouldn't let me bring my Gucci leather purse. I was like, this is bullshit.
Have you also not seen 2001: Space Odyssey? I'm just like writing down a list today of things Taylor knows nothing about, and it's growing long and appalling.
I haven't seen like
Honestly,
any.
I was with Sam. Sam's like, he'd never
Sam, what do you not know?
I've never seen.
I've
only ever seen the
get any
first
of the
Indiana
references
Jones
like
just recently. I saw the other day with my girlfriend in Chinese.
Okay, at least I've seen those. Yeah.
I watched it in Chinese. It was pretty good.
Did you understand what's going on?
Well, there's English subtitles.
Okay.
Is the little Asian boy in that one?
No, that's the second one, I think.
Damn it.
No, the first one.
cookies, Dr. Jones.
Indiana Jones is fucking Batman. Like he sits on the outside of a submarine, and they go for who knows how long, and he's like, "Yep, I'm cool, I'm good." He goes underwater, and he's like, "Oh, whatever." They don't ever explain it. There's no explanation. He's just outside of a submarine for who knows how long.
Do you need an explanation? Well, like, so wait, I'm trying to remember. Is he is he just like sitting like on the surface and the submarine
It's
is
about to go
going?
down, and he jumps on it, and it goes down, and then it comes back later in the story, and he's still on it. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
I was gonna say because if I could just like. I was like, if I could just ride on a submarine, if I could ride on a submarine on the surface, yeah, why not? But
I haven't seen any of the Back to Future movies. I haven't seen.
Oh man, those are great.
Gremlins, any of the Godfather movies.
I haven't seen
Godfather.
I haven't seen Godfather.
Oh my
I haven't
god!
seen Critters. I haven't seen
You know, that's
Pocahontas. I haven't seen.
Okay,
I haven't seen Critters or Pocahontas.
the two quintessential films
Top
that
of my
define what
list.
film is.
Critters and Pocahontas.
What about Goodfellas? Have you
No.
seen that?
No.
Oh my
Oh man,
god!
Wait, is that
either.
the one where they're wearing the big pink suits?
no.
What's that?
I've never seen Goodfellas.
Wait,
I
where they
know
go to a
that's
car.
right.
No, they go to a car, and he's like, "Something don't look right," and the car explodes.
I mean, that could be Goodfellas. Did you ever watch
Is
Maniac?
that the one where a Native American princess saves a man, teaches him about nature?
Okay, no.
That Goodfellas.
When you describe it that way, all I can
For as
think of
long as I
is
can
when
remember.
Dumbo gets drunk. Like when Dumbo fucking gets drunk.
It's a big
And like
elephant.
the pink elephants, and it's like something does not look right. That's what that makes me think of, and that's so what that movie is.
How about the guy from Home Alone? The bad guy from Home Alone gets beaten
Joe
up in a
Pesci.
cornfield.
He's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
it.
He
yeah.
gets beaten up in a cornfield.
No, you're making me thinking
Oh.
of Casino. You only have 6 out here because of me.
Yeah, Casino. Okay, they have big
Yeah.
pink suits in there.
No,
Okay,
Why?
yeah. That's,
I'd like to take a moment, everyone. Let's congratulate Phil Paulson has a new girlfriend. Everyone.
Oh,
Congratulations, Phil Paulson.
congratulations.
Phil Paulson.
Mazel tov.
I think they're listening together, and I really want to embarrass him, but I don't know how.
I don't know. Yeah, what's embarrassing about Pill is that he supports the show.
There you go. Yeah, he listens to this religiously.
I am undeserving of him being my hype man, which I have not rewarded in any way, shape, or form.
It also sounds like it.
I mean, honestly, we don't deserve him.
Mm-mm.
We don't deserve him.
He's too nice.
He's hearted so much.
He has hearted. Phil Paulson hearted.
He's hearted so many times. Yeah, I told you Noel listens to the show. She's a
I
genuine.
fucking listen to
she's
things.
a genuine fan.
I've been here.
She's been with us the whole time.
Listen, I've been here.
No, I
Every
have seen-
Pearl joke, every reference to ghosts, I've been here.
Oh shit! Wait,
Oh,
Noel
That
actually
was,
has
but I enjoyed it.
Noel has a tale that she wanted to tell.
Oh my
that was
God,
relevant
yeah.
to one of our earlier episodes.
it is. It's,
I love how, I know
think
you mean a
it's-
story, but I thought you were going to say she has a tail. I was like, that's not the
No,
first thing we talked
also-
about.
Also, she has a vestigial tail. Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to not acknowledge it usually, but
Yeah.
Talk about how some people haven't seen Casino, and then the other one's like, oh, by the way, I got a goddamn tail. when you make it through the list of movies I haven't seen, Krull, Enemy Mine, and I Have a Tail.
Also, I have a tail.
So okay, let's go on. Let's spit this yarn.
Yeah. Noel, please share.
All right,
Spit this
so-
yarn. I think it's spin.
now we're back to knitting, which is the only other thing I talk about. So there we go.
Once again, Phil, that's not how us spiders work.
Don't tell him what he knows or doesn't know.
Yarn. He's,
You don't know how I
he's a
work.
man of science, right?
He's a man of means.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Phil. I was just pretending that was two spiders talking to each other, and I happened to use Phil.
We really don't know that Phil isn't a spider.
Anywho, I know I've never met him.
Let's hear the story. Let's hear the story.
Spiders are kind of related to this.
I hope he's a big spider.
Taylor fucking kicked one off our stoop today.
I did. This is true.
It was
With
bigger
a
that you kicked it.
vengeance.
No, I
She threw him and said
it.
sorry, like he cared.
I
even.
evicted a spider from our landing.
Yeah.
Apologize to an
A spider doesn't have a mind. We've been through this.
We have. Oh my God, Noel, please tell this before we just go off the rails.
story. Well, I mean, you're
We're never
on the rails.
really on the rails. Yeah.
Let's aside from that point. So you guys talk about bees a lot and about eating bees.
That's so different. Well, you guys do that a lot. Okay.
Well, I have some experience in accidentally eating a bee. So I'll paint this word picture for you. It's a hot summer in Queens, New York. The year is 1991. I am about 9 months old or something. I'm chilling in the yard on the stoop, as everyone does.
Yeah, you have memories of this?
No.
Thrust upon.
No, I don't. No memories at all.
Well, I'm glad this was.
Bees.
No.
Noel, please continue. The bees.
Go. Now.
No, but I'm glad I have memories of this, because if this was my first memory, well then fuck. So I'm eating a cookie, and it's like one of those like fucking boring ass like baby cookies people give to babies, and they just like fucking gum on them because they don't have any goddamn teeth.
Or mine.
You're so
Yeah.
angry about this cookie. So
I'm
this
just
fucking-
it's everything.
There's shit.
I'm getting back into the time period where it was Queens, and
You're
this is
feeling the
what
anger. You're feeling the anger.
Yeah. It was. I grew up in a German ghetto.
It's true.
So this is all
More on
happening.
that.
More on that to come.
More on that later. Yeah, we'll put a pin in that one. So
German ghetto. Let me tell you about the time I was a kid gumming on a cookie and ate a bee. In the German ghetto.
do you know how
premise
many
was sorry.
neighbors I had that might have been Nazi sympathizers? My
At least one, the bee.
no, the bee.
Was
no, he
it on the cookie?
So that's the thing. Is like I'm fucking taking forever eating this cookie as a child, and I guess I'm like I opened my mouth enough so that like
A bee.
a
just-
bee landed on the cookie, and then like I'm a baby, so I don't know what's happening, so I just like keep sucking on the fucking cookie, and with the bee then in my mouth, and my mom sees this and she's freaking the fuck out. She's
yeah.
like.
As you should.
She's like, I don't know if she's allergic to bees or like, I don't know what the hell's going on. She's already like dashed into the house, like hysterical to call
Left
a
you with the bee?
pediatrician.
Left
She
you with
left
the
me
bee
with
in the
bees.
mouth.
Yeah.
That's a weird move, Mom. Mom, that's a weird move.
People pull weird shit around bees, man.
You use a
They
bee
do. They
in
do
your-
irrational things. They're
Yeah,
like all the people in
don't
horror
think
movies.
when
They do
it's
exactly the
around
opposite of what you think.
Bee blindness.
Exactly.
Just go to a
Yeah.
dissociative state.
Let me set the story. Let me see if I understand this. So you're in the German ghetto. You're going,
Yes.
you're going on a bullshit cookie, and a bee is in your mouth. Your mom sees the bee crawl into your mouth and
Just
runs away.
She'll be fine for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, so it's 1991, so she didn't have her giant cellular phone with her yet.
Yeah.
Oh, she
There
ran
were
off
no
to get the
Nokias
Mauser
then.
to kill the bee.
Yeah, she had
Times
to
were hard.
she had to go on to a landline and I guess call my pediatrician. I guess she just assumed that it had like stabbed my fucking.
Is it okay for babies to eat bees? Yes or no?
Yeah. Before we hear the end of the story,
oh my god.
let's take a poll.
Yeah. Do you guys think that?
I think my first reaction would have been get the bee out of your mouth. Like
it was too late.
Too late. It was already in. The bee's already in there, Doc.
Yeah, it was.
So.
It's a waiting game at this point.
I don't know if you guys know this, but like at least me anyway, and also crocodiles, all of our jaw strength goes to like the biting down part, and the lifting up part is really hard. Like
true.
you can't.
I try.
We get that.
It's like trying to make a kid take a pill.
Oh God, yeah.
We're like we have that in common with crocodiles. We're like
no, not other people.
Oh, just you.
Her as a baby.
That's a pretty bold statement, Noel.
Oh no, I can't speak for everybody, but just myself at least. Like I know where I stand anyway. Yeah, like if you shut my mouth closed, like I wouldn't be able to open it because the opening parts are so weak.
Because you have the will.
That's what Steve Irwin used to do. Rest in peace.
Yeah, the will to do so.
Yeah, you just hold the mouth shut.
Is it bad that I'm imagining like a cartoon, like you see the bee go into her mouth and it goes into like this X-ray and it's like.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh.
It probably like went up into my hollow brain parts and like fucked some shit up. That it would explain a lot of what's going on right now.
Maybe you are a queen bee.
A bee stung my brain as a baby.
That's the cover of a Weekly World News or something. A bee stole my baby's brain.
And now I have to sniff things before they go to space.
Yeah, we want her back. German mom.
I just fucking Swiffered today, Taylor.
I'm sorry. Wait,
damn.
you get stung by a bee in the brain and NASA hires you to sniff things for space.
Oh, yeah.
That's the lot. That's the. Oh.
Some people live a life, man. Some people live a life. Some people spit a tail, spit a yarn.
Spit a yarn.
Okay, so.
Wait, was there more? I'm sorry.
Oh, there's more.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not done yet. Yeah, don't know.
God.
So my mom's like all freaking out, and I'm just like, as with today, just completely unaware of my fucking surroundings or what. I'm the most oblivious human that exists, even as a child. So I'm just not noticing a difference in texture, taste, anything, and I'm still like sucking the
sentience,
the shit out of this cookie. I'm not sentient.
No, but you're not noticing the big went from eating a solid object to a sentient being.
Oh no, anyway. I'm not one of those. Is what I'm saying anyway.
Oh, okay.
So apparently like she comes back out or wherever, like she had gone and lost her mind or in some way the cookie is like removed from my mouth. And
she's gone and lost her mind.
You see the cookie and it's just like a smushed bee on it. Like I sucked it to death. Like it was flattened onto the cookie.
So you absorbed that bee's power.
Oh yeah.
Like
no, I got it.
That's
all.
really what
I got all of its guts and its
all of its mojo.
The pollens, whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So there was just like a fucking flattened bee on a cookie.
They didn't sting.
And they were like, "What the hell is this child? What have we done?"
So it didn't sting you?
It didn't sting me. No, I sucked it to death first, which is a cautionary.
What does the baby slime, the baby mouth slime, like protect you? You know, baby have all that goop in their mouth all the time.
I'd be surprised if I had pretty like acidic fucking spit.
Maybe baby saliva is the like
slobber. They're going off to slobber.
Serum against like
term I was looking for.
Yeah,
baby slime.
Slobber. You know, slobbers.
This sounds like a prophecy I read once.
That's what the doctor said when she called, by the way. She's like, Doc, what, like kids sucking on a bee on a shitty cookie out front. What should I do? And he's like, how old is she? And he's like, a couple months or something. He's like, no, the protective baby slobbers
it'll take care.
She'll be fine.
When I was really young, I had the vein in the bottom of my tongue when I was a baby was longer than my tongue. So the doctors had to cut it.
Oh.
The doctors are trying to convince my mom that babies don't feel pain.
You know,
we're just gonna cut it off. We're just gonna cut it off. My mom's like, no, give them something.
No, but that's the same reason. That's the same reason that like when kids are younger, they often will not get like the adequate amount of like Novocaine to like get cavities, like what they used to like have cavities taken out. They just thought like, kids like don't have the same like amount of pain as adults. It was like,
that's
what
like
reasoning is that based
no,
on?
that's because there's none.
Yeah.
Because that's the examples of like. So I took an animal husbandry class. I'm like, I went to fish school.
Wait.
What'd you say?
Animal husbandry.
What does that mean?
I thought you said animal history. And I was like,
no,
what's that
you
mean?
make them all husbands. You just nag them to death until they want to die. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what animal husbandry is.
What it is
I have no idea.
It's when like you just like you learn how to like care for and like you just care for animals. Like you learn how to like feed them, how to like get more out of them by like making them do sex and stuff.
I was like, show them a PowerPoint on productivity, on like milk production. It's
You
like
try to make them more efficient.
how to get more out of your cattle.
And your husband, apparently.
Yeah, it's all the same. But yeah, so because we were learning about how to like handle fish and like we were learning how to like anesthetize them and like kill them which is called euthanasia. Yeah. And we had to read articles about how like people were stupid with babies and they would just like fucking just be like, oh, it's okay, they don't feel pain. And then like the article was like, oh no, actually they do, and so do fish probably. So like this is how we know this is fucked up. So
I don't understand. Like reaction probably. Like do they like if you like poke something with something sharp, does it just go or does it like try to get away from it?
Sometimes.
I think most things that you poke with something sharp, whether it's pain or just, I mean, they might register something, but I don't think that a fish has the cognitive ability to be like, oh, God damn it, you know? It's just kind of like, danger.
What that class taught me was that the difference between life and death is not what you think it is. Things can seem really dead and you start cutting into them and then you realize that they're
I fucked with a big black snake one time. That thing was alive as hell.
So bad.
Wait, what did you do, Nate?
The snake, a big black snake.
Were you wearing a snake-proof suit?
Nope. It was laying on its belly and there were flies on it and stuff. And I was like, God, that's a big snake. I started fucking with his stick. And then all of a sudden, it came full on back to life. I mean, it was like ah! Like it was, and it was mad at me.
Shot it in the air.
Scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, he's just plain dead.
It's too much.
Yeah, fish are weird.
I agree.
Talking about a bee going into your mouth, we were all sitting around the table one time when we were kids having dinner. In the middle of dinner, my mom had been sitting there like chewing or something, and she opened her mouth to say something, and a fly flew out of her mouth. No one saw it, including her.
That's like an actual cartoon.
And the whole all of us were like, ah! Like, what? Like, what? And she saw us like, it came out of my mouth. It came out of my mouth.
That's like an actual cartoon. Holy shit.
Moms.
What?
Yes.
Wow. Your mom was almost a fucking nursery rhyme situation there.
Yeah.
Where there's gonna have to be a spider involved next, and then what's next? A bird and a cat and
yes,
the dog.
Various animals started crawling out of her mouth.
How long was it?
I know an old lady who swallowed a spider. It jiggled and tickled and wriggled inside her. Why did she swallow the spider? She swallowed the spider to catch the fly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
So did your mom not immediately put a spider in her mouth for fear of more flies?
No, apparently she never read us that rhyme either, because I've heard it, but I don't think she ever told it. I think she just collected flies in her belly.
That's your mom's hobby.
That's how this all happened. She didnn't know. She knew about it.
Oh my
mom's got a belly full of flies.
My mom quilts.
What?
Did you guys hear about this kid who stumbled into a Da Vinci painting here in Taiwan?
Yeah. Oh, that was in Taiwan.
Oh, it was a Da Vinci.
We watched
Da Vinci.
that, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, that poor shit is dead.
We've all been that kid.
He's dead somewhere.
It was worth like $1.4 million, and he's just like walking past it, and he goes, "Ugh," and he puts his fist through the painting.
Oh my god.
My question is, why was a fucking painting that valuable? Like why was it just right there? Like,
Hey, Usually they have them.
That's how.
Yeah.
Something.
It had
Like
like
glass or something.
no,
rope
it
around
had rope around it.
Yeah, well, yeah, like the pylons. I mean, who's that going to stop? Clearly not a 12-year-old with a lack of like fine motor skills. That's what I mean. Like,
Well, that's just how like shit is like displayed. I mean, yeah, like in the museums and stuff.
The note that I made for this article, I'm pretty proud of. It's Taiwini Stambolini da Vinci.
That's really good.
That's a
You
beautiful.
should work for BuzzFeed based on that alone.
Oh, that reminds me. There's this crazy painting. You all know Salvador Dali, right?
Of course.
You are gonna marry the
Did we
Stambolini.
not all study art at some point?
That's some of us anyway.
Stambolini
I imagine
into
all
the
of us.
painting.
But did you know that Salvador Dali has a painting that's just titled Hitler masturbating?
No.
And it's exact. You guys, let's Google it. I mean,
Is it?
it's not a creative title. It's just exactly.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not sure this is. My mind is going crazy right
You
now.
Google it, and immediately what comes up is this painting.
Yeah, I was like, I'm really hoping that I'm gonna put in Hitler masturbating Dali because I don't want to see what I don't want to see what DeviantArt can dredge up to the surface on this Google search.
Oh God, yeah.
It's done
That's
in
good.
watercolor.
Sam, the image that I'm seeing does not look at.
I typed Hitler masturbating.
Oh, you just did it.
I think it's just a goof to get us to Google this.
I know.
No, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, it's
Why is Philip Seymour Hoffman the first Google image search result? Well, okay, that was actually.
Yeah, mine's something. Yeah, this is like a picture.
You want me to send you a link? I'll send you a link.
Yes,
you guys are bad at
I'm
Google.
really
Oh.
starting to.
Oh, I
just,
see it. Yeah.
I see
He's
it.
got his
I see
shit.
it now.
Who masturbates
magic
like
eye.
What
that?
is it? Yeah, I was like, it's the magic eye. What the fuck is this? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Oh, you can. No,
Is Hitler masturbating?
Oh my god, Sam.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, I'm like, am I gonna regret this?
No, it's not
No,
even.
not-
it's
no,
Oh,
not at
okay,
all.
I did see that. I just didn't know like it. Oh, it's creepy as shit though.
What is he
Why is he
sitting
out in
on?
the snow?
That can't be comfortable.
It's like a Frank Frazetta piece, but instead of like big ass women and muscly dudes, it's Hitler jerking off.
In the snow, I guess.
Oh, you're leaving us. Oh God.
Let's talk dirt about Taylor now that she's gone. What
So-
gross things
so
does
what-
she do?
give
Noel,
us-
you live with her.
Well,
Tell
no,
us,
I
please.
want your honest opinions about her. What's terrible about her?
She's really racist.
She's the most racist person I've ever met.
It's
Super
ridiculous.
racist.
it's insane.
Our nickname for her on the podcast is Hispanic Fury. She's got that Latin pride.
Yeah, because she's very much both of those things.
Both furious and
I
Hispanic.
know, I've always have to apologize for even knowing her.
Right? You know, like
Like-
just tonight, I knitted a fucking infinity scarf for her cat. And
Why are you knitting your cat so many things?
I'm trying to make him like me.
The cat?
The kid's not going to understand the hard work that went into that infinity scarf.
No, I just
No.
did it. It took 3 Portlandia episodes. It was nothing. I'm a pro.
That's an incredible measure of time.
Right? Like,
That's-
no, yeah,
that's serious.
because all I've been doing lately is I knit beer mittens. Do you guys know what those are?
Mittens to drink beer with?
But do they hold?
Yeah,
it's a mitten
It
with
holds it.
a
It's a
thing.
koozie. Yeah, it's fucking the best. So I specialize in those. So I'm trying to branch out into cat fashion.
Right on, right on.
The infinity
Yeah,
scarf.
do you guys live in cold places? Do you need beer mittens?
No, I live in somewhere very hot.
This is all that's happened.
Could you knit things for a goat?
Goat?
Could you
Like-
knit,
like-
because Nate and I have been thinking about giving up life as humans and just living as goats.
Can you please
Apparently.
wait before Noel can answer this question? Can you please explain the process in which you guys are going to do this? I'm
Well,
very.
we saw, I believe Nate
I'm
linked
wor-
it to me. There's a man who just lived as a goat in New Zealand for like 2 weeks. How long?
Is that
was it?
Longer than that. It wasn't 2 weeks.
It was like
You can do anything for 2
Nothing.
weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
What does it mean to live as a goat, though?
He had like things on his.
What
feet.
doesn't
He'd
it
always
mean?
He'd always be on his all fours,
Things on his feet.
on his hands. He was
big
always
hooves.
like on all fours, and he would like eat grass, and he'd like follow the goats around, and he was just in New Zealand being a goat. He's just living as a goat. But I think, you know what? Fuck it, I don't want to be a human anymore. Nate and I are gonna be goats.
I don't know how I got drug into this.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Whoops.
I thought that was a weird horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some clown.
Goat one.
Oh, you know what that sound means? It's time for Would You Rather.
Oh, I actually have one. Fun fact.
I got genuinely excited. That was a genuine gasp.
I have one that I wrote like 3 weeks ago for some reason. I just saved it. It's on like a half. It's on like this scrawled on like a half sheet of paper.
Lord,
Like the
it's like
scrawlings of a
Vortex
madman.
Journal.
It is. It looks. It's kind of scary. Oh my god.
Okay, let's lay it on us.
Oh, do you want to do it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what that
Yeah.
sound
I
means.
was. No, all right.
Are you more curious about living as a goat? Are you trying to explore your options?
You know what? Nah.
That wasn't going
I'm,
anywhere.
I'm sold.
Nah.
Yeah. Nah, I'm sold. I can already.
Taylor, I re-listened to some of the old episodes.
You guys-
That story you told of a goose saying your name, and your recreation of that sound is. I listened to that 1,000 times. Taylor,
Oh, I forgot about that. The piece over my house. Taylor? Yeah.
Oh God, cats do that about my name.
Yeah, Noel has a Noel. One of Noel's cats back home says her name.
Yeah, it sounds like this. Wow, wow. Wow, wow.
Whoa.
And they only do it in the dead of night.
oh, good, perfect.
So
Well, yeah, it's like all these
settling
cicadas that live
down.
outside my window. They all say my name too.
Nay, 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 nay.
So they're either cicadas or they're like really enthusiastic guys in like a metal concert.
That sounds like homunculus.
Oh wait, what was the impetus for the goose thing though? Oh, it was Nate's goat. Nate,
Help!
help!
Oh,
Help!
the
I
murder.
make a pretty good goat noise. I'm not sure it's like my only.
Oh
Oh my god, are we gonna have a goat off, Nate?
You could live as a
A
goat.
goat off.
Are we gonna have a goat?
Goat off. Yeah, let's go.
Wait, hold on, wait. We're trying to.
Wait, I want to pick a different
Wait.
Oh, that's a good goat.
That's pretty good.
That's a good goat.
I do
Nate,
a good
your face
elephant,
is
but
better.
I only think it's good because it impresses 3-year-olds.
Look, can we? I'd like to
You guys
know.
wanna hear it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it into the mic because it'll be way too loud.
I have one.
It sounds like it sounds a bit like an elephant.
I do a good peacock call.
Okay.
All right, I can only do it once because we have neighbors.
Okay. Yeah. That's very good.
That is
yeah.
good. I used to live near a bastard who had peacocks. You remember that guy, Nate?
Yeah, is that the noise that's like
Is
the
that-
classic jungle sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, every jungle sounds like you get it's like
Yeah.
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 That and like yeah. Like that's that like.
yeah, that one.
Wow,
Do that again.
that was crazy. How'd you do that?
That's
My neighbors.
pretty. That's
My neighbors be very upset.
People listening to this on the train and on their way to work just got transported to the jungle.
Yeah. Really.
Anyway, let's play that Would You Rather game.
Oh yes. This is also it has relation. There's a relation to animals, so it's appropriate. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay, so scenario number 1, and these are considerably less complicated than the
All right,
first.
so would you rather, for those listening at home, 2 crazy scenarios, we choose which one we would rather do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so would you rather number 1, turn into any bird for 6 hours a day, but as a human, you look like the love child of Gary Busey and Cher. Okay. All right, so any bird for 6 hours a day, but as a human, you look like Cher and Gary Busey's child. Or you are a rich and beautiful human for 16 hours of the day, but for the remaining 8 hours, just at various points, we'll say that it switches around, and they're consecutive. For the remaining 8 hours of the day, you are a pigeon that insists on roosting solely in Walmarts.
so
I'm
you're
gonna-
rich and famous. This is. I mean,
Do I get transported to the Walmart?
Okay. Yeah. So all right. So you want to ask questions about the second one, Sam?
Okay.
Let me ask some questions here. I need
So
some
what's
clarification.
your question?
I know. I got this one.
Okay.
I have to be the pigeon, right?
Yeah, and the
So
second
if I'm
one.
not in the Walmart, I turn into the pigeon, fly to the Walmart, or I'm teleported to the Walmart.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so in the second scenario, I have notes.
I've
I've
predicted you would ask this question.
In the second scenario, so you like you have, basically like you don't like you have like a bird brain in the second scenario. You can barely control your bird brain is what I wrote. So like, but you have like it's like how like
Control your bird brain. That feels like me now.
Well, while you're a person, though?
No. As a bird.
As a
When I
bird.
turn to a bird, you can no, you don't have
I'm rich and powerful, but I can barely control my bird brain. You've got to give into it every day like a fucking werewolf. You're a werebird.
Yeah, so you can barely control your bird brain as a bird in the second scenario. So like a bird wants to try and fly south, you are a bird that just feels compelled to go to fly and roost in a Walmart.
All right.
So then by the time, and then when the spell is over, when I turn back to my rich and powerful self, I just am naked in a Walmart.
Yeah, this witch's curse. So there's a risk of yourself getting hurt because when you change, you might fall from the ceiling of a Walmart.
Oh shit! Yeah. So if you have a bird brain, I was going to go with that one completely. But if you have a bird brain, you have no concept of time. You just be flying through the sky and poof, and you'll go. No!
Yeah.
All the riches in the world won't save you then.
Okay,
And
well,
plus, if you can barely control your bird brain, you'll be sitting in an important meeting. They're like, "Sir, you have to make this important decision at this important meeting."
No.
No.
When you're a human, you have a human brain.
This one's just gonna be called bird sounds.
Yeah, really.
My question would be, like, do you know what, like, do you have a schedule each week and you can be like, all right, I'm gonna turn into a fucking bird for 8 hours at 7 o'clock.
Let's say
like, do
that.
you know?
Let's say that like by the time like if you've reached adulthood at this point, like you've kind of figured out like your
right?
cyclical cyclical thing. Yeah.
It's like I don't want to be like on a date and then just be
suddenly
like
you turn
a
into
pigeon.
A pigeon, yeah.
Yeah, because that's not. I don't know if I can come back from that.
Especially if you turn back into the pigeon in the car while you're driving. What the hell happened? What happened with that girl you were seeing? I don't know. One night she just turned into a boy. Hey.
But wasn't she rich and famous? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
She didn't even want to hang out. She said she headed straight for the local Walmart.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
Why is this the voice we're using?
Yeah. That's not the head. Why would anybody say that? Rich and famous bird flies to Walmart. Or would they know you're a rich and famous person that turns into a bird, or would you keep that a secret? If what you would do is you'd have a close knit cabal of henchmen that would they would know your secret. They would know that you would turn into a bird. God, that would be so complicated though.
And they'd like set up.
When I turn into a bird, they can kill me. That's my weakness. So they'd have you lock you up preemptively into a room with like some seed and something.
But you don't have
you're
to
trying
go
to
to Walmart.
But then you would just bang against the wall trying to go to the Walmart the whole
you're always
time.
trying to go to Walmart.
Yeah, like you'd kill yourself trying to go to Walmart.
A replica Walmart underneath your mansion.
Oh, you know what you could do?
They just release you into a replica Walmart.
No, if you're really that rich, you can buy a Walmart and just have it a private Walmart.
That is true.
And you can shut it for those hours where you are a pigeon and it can just be your free roaming thing.
It's true. It's true. I guess as long as you actually take the time and effort or whatever to do these to get this down, because otherwise you might accidentally fly, you might be like traveling and try to fly 8 hours to a Walmart.
Can we go back to the first one? Go back to the first one.
Yeah, what was that one?
Turn into any bird for 6 hours a day, but as a human, you look like the love child of Gary Busey and Cher. And I'm trying to imply that it's not good.
You don't know what that'll be.
Nothing good of that is. But like, you say you could choose what bird, but what bird is a good choice? Why would I want to be one bird or another kind of bird?
You wouldn't want to be a flamingo?
I'd rather be like a fucking hawk than like an
eagle,
pigeon.
badass like condor or something.
Yeah.
No, I want to eat shrimp all day and just lounge by the beach. Are you kidding me? Flamingos have it great.
I'd be a hummingbird one day.
But you could eat shrimp and lounge on the beach as the rich person, then you just have to turn into a
that is true.
pigeon.
Yeah.
With a bird human, you'd never remember it, right? Would you have a bird mind when you're doing that?
when you are no. So that's the other. That's one of the things I actually wrote down is that in this scenario, the first one, as a bird, you can you have your sentience.
Okay.
Oh God, I have so.
That's the way to go. Then are you kidding?
I also have
you don't know what that love child will look like. John Voight and what they made Angelina Jolie. She looks all right.
Right.
That's John
That's a
Voight.
good idea as to what this is going to look like.
My implication was it was not positive. But, you know.
The eye sockets will be deep, the nose severe, and the teeth many.
Yeah.
The teeth many. I would make a Critters reference, but someone hasn't seen it.
Is that the movie with the big pink suits?
Yes.
As far as I can remember, I always wanted to be a pigeon in a Walmart.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Yeah. All right. Do you want to do it? Let's cast votes. Let's just close this one out early.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Noel, you've cast your vote for Walmart pigeon.
For sure.
Okay.
Oh,
Nate?
no way. I would totally choose the Gary Busey one.
Okay. So Sam is Gary Busey and
I'm like a
Nate.
badass eagle with a Sam brain. Like, wah-ha, motherfucker.
That's the most rational choice, but I like the adventure possible with the second one because you're rich and powerful and you can control. That's like if you're rich and powerful and you're a wolf man. I've thought of that one before, and I've thought of all the ways to contain my curse. Yeah, I'm going with the second one. I got that one nailed.
All right.
Yeah, wolf man, bird man, pigeon person.
Yeah, I think I'd probably. I think I'm going to say that Walmart pigeon is probably
Walmart pigeon.
is not the winner in that one. No offense, Noel. Nobody did ask regarding any details about Gary Busey and Cher. Is that due to this the fact
brains?
that
We just took that. We just took that.
Their illnesses of a mental.
Basically,
Is Cher crazy? Is Sharon bonkers too?
I wrote that Gary Busey is constantly trying in this first scenario. Gary Busey is constantly trying to contact you. I'm talking like 10 times a day minimum, and you want Cher's love, but she hates you.
Well, that's all of us.
That's
Taylor.
like today. That's like living into my life right now.
That's the same as now. That's
Too
the
busy
same as
out
right
there
now.
on her battleship.
That was the twist. Is that we're all living in scenario one.
Yeah, that's pretty much the life I'm living currently.
I am a badass eagle. All right, so before we
Thank you for another
run out
addition.
of time, I need to know about this ghost tour that Nate is gonna give.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah.
Noel didn't see any of this. So
Nate, what is that about?
Oh, I don't know. If I got to.
hey, can you give a little backstory because Noel was not in on
Yeah,
that?
read the text to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a text this morning on my telephone.
Thank you for clarifying because the suspense was killing me.
Yeah, it said, "Hey, this is my landlord said we're having a ghost and loft tour of downtown on Saturday, October 3rd from 6 until 10. Your apartment is always well maintained and nice. Would you be interested in letting 3 groups tour your apartment with a paranormal guide? They will check for ghosts while they are there." And I love that's like the selling point. He's like, to try to get me to say this, like, I mean, there's something in it for you. We're going to check for ghosts. And what's funny though, it's ghost singular, not ghosts plural. So they're only going to check for one ghost.
Check for ghosts.
Yeah. What I hope is they're like, yeah, you got
They
one
will
ghost.
check
You know, where
for
they say,
ghosts.
well, there's one ghost. You got hundreds of them, but you got to pay for us to see how many's in here.
Yeah, we found one ghost. We'll deal with one ghost, but we won't deal with the other 99.
So what's gonna happen if these people tell you have ghosts? What's your next move?
I'll just continue living my life. Like, I don't think that really concerns me. I've never encountered ghosts. I have
It
nothing
seems like you've
against
had more of a problem with like house centipedes than ghosts.
House centipedes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of my house centipedes.
What?
I don't think that's much. Yeah,
What's that?
They're unfortunate insects, but while I'm educating on Noel what that actually is. Okay, so I'm sorry. That also sounds like the fucking laziest thing I've ever heard. Nate, what state do you? Oh, Jesus!
Done.
What state do you currently reside in?
I currently reside in the state of Kentucky.
Okay, there's got to be a lot of fucking haunted places around there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of ghosts.
The fact that the way that they're
Ugh.
yeah, they're disgusting. The fact that the fact that the way they're going about this is like, let's just go to random apartments and see, and just lead people on to thinking that there might be ghosts, but it's like, nah, like let's just, your apartment's clean, right? Let's just do a ghost tour through there. GG. Cat is
That's all it is.
You know what it's gotta be? It's gotta be like Nate says. It's some guy, he's a ghost expert, and he's got your boss tricked into it.
Sorry.
They're like, he found his house is full of ghosts, but he needs
These
to know
people
more.
have to be
So
paying.
it's like a recruit a friend, you know, like if we can check someone else's house and get them into this scheme,
Right.
then I'll give you a discount on your ghost check. He's like, we'll do a ghost tour.
You discount on your ghost check. What'll happen is a month from now we'll have another cast. And he goes, so what are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, I'm a ghost checking now. Like I'm a ghost checker. Like I'm a
ghost
paranormal
checker.
expert.
Really turned my life around. Oh, I just
think
You
man
do
on
look
the
like
bottom
someone I'd see on
floor.
TLC who checks
Paranormal
people's houses for
investigator.
ghosts. You look like the guy who trains
absolutely.
cats.
I think Dingus could absolutely get a show as a ghost hunter. Come on. Like, I'd watch that show in a goddamn heartbeat.
He is a ghost expert.
Yeah, it's true. I was like, he needs his own show.
So are you gonna like, set up your apartment for it? Like, are you just gonna put a bunch of pentagrams on the floor of your bedroom?
Yeah, I think
and,
you
like,
should
some candles.
take this
and
opportunity to make it really
cobwebs?
spooky. Got a lot of cobwebs, little plastic spiders, like really obviously fake.
Yeah.
Like no
Boy,
one's
I'm glad
living
you
here for
guys showed up. This
3
place
years.
is way creepy.
But you gotta have. Wait, do you have a roommate?
No.
Okay, you just gotta have like people show up and they'll be like, you just like tell them like, yeah, like just come in. They're like, no one's lived here for over 3 years, and just you're in there, just like this cobwebs are over you, and you're playing Xbox.
And you're dressed as Pinhead.
You don't even look at them. You're just like.
The whole world as ghosts I have to show you.
Did anyone else just hear that
I have
child yell? Like no joke.
such achievements to show you.
There was a child that just yelled?
Oh, that must have been by us then.
Okay, speaking of ghosts,
Ugh.
you just heard an unearthly child cry.
Spookisode.
I don't like that. Ooh.
I just had this thought in my head of like they're trying to like scam people out of ghosts. Like you ever get like a virus on your computer
Out
that
of
pops up?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you
Get all your
saying?
ghosts to
They're trying
scam
to
you.
Scam
To
people out
protect
of
your ghosts.
Oh fuck! Trying to steal my ghost. I'm sorry. Scam people into thinking they need like a ghost cleansing.
Killed a lot of people to get those ghosts.
I'm just imagining like a fucking like on being on like your computer and like one of those like pop up viruses comes up that looks like Norton antivirus or something. It
Is
says
your
like
spirit running slow?
yeah, it's like you've got like 100 viruses detected on the computer. Just like you've got 100 viruses detected in your house in this computer. You need a ghost cleansing right now.
Yeah, man, what happens when they tell you there's a ghost?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, you're going to be standing in your kitchen and you're going to be like, yeah, there's the haunted is a man, an old farmer who lives here.
I'd be like, well, yeah. I'd be like, look at that. I'll look at my landlord and be like, how about that, Paul? Like, I should only be paying half rent then.
Yeah.
Apparently, I got a roommate here, bud. You just found it out, and he's spectral in nature. You know,
This violates my spectral rental agreement.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Do you think we could convince our landlords that we have a third roommate who's a ghost and we can cut our rent and
I fucking oh,
a third?
That would be a
Listen.
great conversation.
you got to take it up
Right.
with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Consider there's like the ghost. They take it
You
up
got to
with
hold a seance and get his ghost dollars.
Yeah.
He's ghost
Like, I
dollars.
don't know. You talk to him, and we're not cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You know, we just live together. We're not friends or anything.
yeah. Look, we'd rather you guys just handle this
Yeah.
I
directly.
mean, I'm all for it. If they could somehow manifest a ghost that would just like be in here and we could like just chew the fat and stuff, like I'd be all for it. Just talk with
Man,
ghosts.
I'd be spooked.
Yeah, I guess it depends on like what like ghost they'd be like.
Like, oh no, Nathan. Like, zoinks.
It's okay, Raggy.
Like, let's make a sandwich and be real scared.
With ruby snacks.
What?
Every night that we've had so far, fuck. Have you guys watched The Haunting Hour or
we've
heard
watched-
of it?
We've been watching a lot of spooky shit.
Holy shit!
It's
It
literally
is so Canadian.
It is. It's just Goosebumps. It's R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour. It's literally just Goosebumps. They said it was made in like 2011. It's like a revamped, like spooky, scary story.
So spooky.
And The Canadian definition of what's spooky is really bizarre. Besides the fact
Canadian
that
spooky.
Canadian spooky.
Canadian ghosts don't seem very threatening to me.
Like to give you a taste of like the quality that you're gonna get from this show. Well, first of all, every young boy has a Justin Bieber haircut because it was like 2011. But one of the episodes we saw is an episode in which a family is being torn apart by divorce and ordinary teenagers. It's two teens, the parents, and then like a 10-year-old boy who just wants to have a good Christmas. So he wishes to Santa to like have a good Christmas, right? He wishes to Santa. He just wants to have a good Christmas. Just wants his family to be together again. So what Santa decides,
ordinary teenagers wrecking my family.
Yeah, it's like these fucking teenagers are making their parents get a divorce, and this kid just wants to have a good Christmas. So you know what Santa decides to do out of the goodness of his heart is send a demon to burn their house down and unite this family in tragedy.
How does Santa have control over demons?
The demon also spits acid.
Yep.
And a giant snowstorm comes that blocks like their house. Like they can't escape the house because there's fucking snowdrifts blocking them.
The demon controls the storm? The demon?
Oh no, this is like Santa.
Probably Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Santa.
I know.
My God.
I mean, just like, I don't really know in Canada, like what they teach about Santa, but the Santa that I grew up with would not burn my house down to bring my family.
He just drinks Coke with polar bears and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's seriously, yeah, that really does beg the question.
Dominion over evil.
Yeah, when does Santa have control over demons? It's like a literal demon. Like it's a tiny, scaly man with wings and like.
It like spits acid and like burns people and things.
Yeah.
I just want to have a good Christmas. Demons.
Yeah, Santa's like demons.
Well, the whole fucking series is like weird, fucked up shit like that. Like there's a little boy with a mullet who's being bullied because he's a science nerd. And
Santa sends him a demon. At least
no. Someone sends him a sentient praying mantis who begets him the power of controlling bugs.
Yeah, so he can exact his revenge on these students. So he can send.
What's that have to do with Santa Claus?
This is a separate episode.
Okay, God.
I'm sorry, was I not clear?
Put this on the air. Oh no, I go in and out.
It's a spooky show where Santa just gives people fucked up weird things.
Where kids control bugs and Santa sends demons to children.
Here's a sentient praying mantis. Merry Christmas.
It's terrible.
We recently, Nate and I did a recording that never saw the light of day. We watched the movie Splice and just talked while we did it.
No, you guys. Fun. Oh, you talked. You did like a commentary during the movie because you guys have talked about Splice.
No, we just watched it.
Oh, I still have yet to see it. I really should.
It's
something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I've seen it twice now, and I still don't really quite. Well, we talked over it most of the time, so we didn't really find a lot of the plot points. But
yeah, because a lot of times it wasn't like we did like a riff tracks or something of it where we watched it and like came up with stuff. We just watched it, and if something funny happened, we talked about it.
Yeah.
But there were long segments where we're just like, what? And we're in silence.
Just confused silence.
You got cracked up. I think the funniest thing in the whole thing. Let
me tell the story. I said, what's great about this movie is that it's someone's favorite movie. And you told the story about there was this really quiet girl in your high school or something. It was really super quiet and just kept to herself. And you wanted up to her and wanted to start a conversation. So you asked her what her favorite movie was. Mm-hmm. And she replied, Over the Top, the arm wrestling movie that Sylvester Stallone is in.
And it blew my mind. So she was the quietest, like meekest girl. And she's like, I was like, what's your favorite movie? And she's like, Over the Top. And I was like, what it's like a switch. You turn the hat and it's like a switch. I'm like, that's your favorite movie? I would have never guessed that in a million years. I would have never.
So hard. That stupid story.